Hey guys, so welcome back. So today is the next day which we are doing. I think it's the day 4 of life transformation which we are trying to do every single night. And today is the day 4 of successful affirmations to transform your life to the whole new level. Okay, so this is what we are talking about, where we as a unit daily catch up in these night calls and we just want to transform ourselves. Okay, so we are the bunch of those hungry people who are not ready to even leave a single day out. Yeah, and that needs some kind of passion. Okay, that needs your hunger to be fed, and for that reason you keep coming down every single day as part of these sessions for doing some life transformation. Okay, and this is the passion which you are carrying. This is really going to transform your life to the whole new level. The world, believe it guys, 6 months from now, when you would be walking around, people would all of a sudden say, what happened to this guy? How did this person become so great? Okay, this is something which the world would not be able to figure out, but you, with your daily walking into the system and with your daily step by step improvements. Okay, so what we are doing in here, we are not doing something like very big, very great. It's just 15-20 minutes which we spend with each other. And but the exercise which we are doing as part of it, if you truly follow it, and that small daily improvements every single day, listening to these thoughts, applying them, assuming that it is you, that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You just have to believe in these words, you have to apply it on yourself, and you just keep doing it consistently. Every day, every day, every day, when you feed these thoughts, it would just adapt in yourself. And once it starts growing, very shortly, then you would start seeing changes in your behaviors. Okay, the way you look at the world would change, the way you interact with other people would change. Okay, and that is one of the reason we are doing it every day, so that, okay guys, one very important thing to realize. Okay, if you just do it for a day or two and you leave it, nothing happens to your life. It stays on the same reason. Okay, and this is how it works. And there are many people who has tried a lot. Okay, they always do that initiation, but they lack the consistency. They are not able to translate it into results, and that's a real serious problem. Okay, and for all you people who are watching this, maybe you're watching it online or offline, whatever, but let me tell you, make it very clear, you have to keep doing this every single day, and then only, okay, then only. So this is the solution. When we were in our academics, right, we all used to just think ki wish we knew what questions are going to come in the exam, so we would have prepared for it and we would have been ready, right? We have that kind of a mindset. Many people think like that, right? For like easy passing, easy scoring huge, right? We always have that kind of attitude. And now when we come to life, okay, we know what the question paper is, we know what the answers are. Okay, for example, the question paper of life says you need to be healthy, you need to be fit, you need to be fine, you need to be physically in a nice shape, you need to eat the right food, and you know the answers, right? How can you be good? Wake up early in the morning, do some exercises, your body would be fit and fine. Second, food habits. Yeah, don't consume all this nonsense things, focus on the right things. We know what to do and how to do everything. Okay, but still we don't do it. That's the problem. Okay, and that's where something we need to worry about. Okay, and now today, what these sessions are basically, okay, let me tell each of you people, okay, the sessions that we are doing is going to change the way you think. Okay, so far in your life you would have tried to do so many initiations of your improvements, you would have tried it a lot, but somewhere due to lack of your full enthusiasm and completing it to the very end, because of lack of that you would have not achieved it. So this practice which we are doing every day, this is going to help you to change the way you think. Okay, so many initiations, when this January comes, right, you guys have some resolutions. Some people say, I will go to gym every single day. They leave it. Some people say, I would start reading. They start the books, they complete maybe a few pages of that, they are gone as well. Now what is happening? We know what needs to be done, we take the initiations, but then we don't continue. And because we don't continue, because we are not consistent with all these behaviors, then what happens over a period of time, we don't really see the effect. Okay, so we know that reading is a good habit, we know that eating healthy is a good habit, but still we don't do that, and that's the problem in the today's world. Okay, and this exercise which we are doing every single day would be helping you to transform this particular attitude. Now let me quickly take like next some time to explain you why this technique is going to work. What we are doing every single day, this is not some nonsense stuff, guys. This is some proven approach followed by many successful people. And believe it, guys, there are very limited successful people who are available in the world. Okay, not everybody is successful. Everybody has intention to become successful, everybody knows how to become successful, but they don't do it. Okay, and this is what we're talking about. We want to do it together because I know that commitments lack. Okay, and pushing each other, when we grow as a community, then only it can always happen united. Okay, and that's why we are doing these things. Now, why people are not able to stay consistent, let's give a thought about it. Okay, what exactly is the primary reason behind it? Okay, and now the very simple thing, okay, why people are not able to do it and lacks the commitment. Okay, it is because of the way our brain is organized. Okay, many people don't really take time to understand how your brain functions, but let me tell you. Okay, and after doing a lot of reading, lot of experiments and lot of analysis, then I am drawing these conclusions. So whatever I am saying, this is not just okay, I am reading it and telling it to you people, but this is something which I personally believe in, and I try to apply it on myself. Okay, I'm not saying I'm an expert in all these things, but applying it would someday really make me good. And nobody would realize when that day would come, but slowly, gradually, the way I think would start becoming different than many other people. Okay, and that's where we are trying to do this. Now, how does this work? Okay, your brain has basically two sections: the conscious brain and your subconscious brain. Okay, maybe you might have heard about it, not heard about it, it's okay. Two major parts, conscious and the subconscious. The major decisions which you take by your choice, which you say, right, I am an animal of my choice, I can decide whether to do this or not to do this, I am in my control. Many people think like that, right? That portion which says ki I am in my control, okay, that is just your conscious mind. And believe it, the conscious mind just runs 5% of your brain. Okay, very limited. The choices which you are making would be very limited. So when you say I want to read a book, it's only 5% of your brain which is making a decision, okay, I want to read the book. And that's why you initiate, because consciously you have made that decision. Okay, but there is 95% of your brain which is the subconscious mind. Okay, which is wired in a different way. That's where it becomes tough. Okay, you want to apply a new habit like waking up early in the morning or reading a new book. You make that decision very consciously that I want to do it. I'm not doubting your intentions. People are very dedicated, very focused that I would be doing it from today. We are trying to understand why the technique fails. They make this decision just with the 5% of their brain which is the conscious brain, and with that you take the initiation. But now what happens? The remaining 95% of the brain, it has never done that in the entire life, right? Waking up early, 5 a.m.s, never done that. It doesn't know what exactly is that feeling. Reading a book, never done that. It's like very rarely textbooks, colleges, that's it. But reading big, big books, I'm talking about majority of the people. There might be some experts who do that regularly. I'm talking about the major crowd. Then subconscious brain is not really trained to do all these things. And but what happens? With a conscious mind, you make this decision that I want to do it. And you start. Okay, but now what happens is the old you means the primary subconscious mind which you have, that mind is always going to dominate your thinking. Okay, just read this thing out. You want to wake up, you know that waking up early is good, like 5 a.m., 5:30, 6 a.m., you know that it is going to be good. Many people put that intention that tomorrow I will do it. They do it 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and maybe a week, and after that it just comes down. Okay, that means slowly and gradually the decisions which you make by your conscious mind is taken over by your subconscious mind, because that does not want to change. Understand this thing. Your subconscious mind is trained to be in the old circuitry. That's how the human brain is designed. The wiring that you do, it's required for the survival mechanisms. For example, in the past, when people used to hunt, a human being used to hunt and eat, right? In those period, if there is fear, right, you would not get sleep at night in those kind of environments. For example, if we are working in projects and there is something like blasted, I'm talking about real life example. If in projects something go down or the system crashes, I have seen people work day and night for consecutive long time, not really taking a break. They don't know what is food, they don't know what is sleep. What happens? All of a sudden, that trigger, the human brain is defined to actually work in a particular manner. So you need to understand how the subconscious works, how the conscious brain works. When you understand how these things work, then you can figure out a solution for your own success. Okay, and that is what we are talking about. You make decision that I want to wake up tomorrow morning, very good. You make second decision that I want to read something. You make a decision that I want to have healthy habit. All these things are perfect, but it's taken by your conscious brain, which is very limited decision maker. And over a period of time, you realize your subconscious brain dominates it, and slowly it doesn't allow you to change. And with time, maybe 10 days, 20 days, everything would be back to normal. And that's one of the primary reason why the world is not becoming great or very successful, and why only very limited percentage of people actually achieve success in life. We know how to become successful, but we are not committed enough to do that. And now today we are breaking this loop of understanding why we are not able to do that. And the core reason is the wiring which you have in your subconscious mind, that is not allowing you to become a different person. You need to understand that. Okay, take it, analyze it for yourself, but this is what it is. Your brain, that's where you would have read many places, you are your biggest enemy, right? People say that you are your biggest enemy. There are some people who say like, I would be defeated only if I defeat myself. There are some people like that. What is that? Nothing but your brain is going to fight against you. All outside problems are okay. But if your mind is not in your control, you would be miserable in life. You need to understand that. Okay, this is some real stuff, guys, and don't ignore it. And this is the reason why people are not successful. And there is huge value in what we are doing. It's not time pass. This is life transformation which we do every day. Now, how this thing works? Okay, I'm spending more time because I want to give you the actual value of why we are doing what we are doing. Okay, so conscious brain 5% done, decision done. So you might have made a decision every 10 p.m. I want to come. It's a conscious decision. If you're not really pushing for it, your subconscious mind is not going to allow you to do that. You have to understand, accept this fact. Okay, you might feel lazy, you might feel tired, anything new that you want to adapt, and your subconscious brain would not allow you to do that. That's how it's wired. Okay, now that's where it needs some strength in you, in your beliefs, so that you would be doing it. So step one, you have already taken. All those people who are consistent have already taken this first step, like I will be coming every day at 10 p.m. and doing it. And that's where I want to bridge it up, because individually people lose. Okay, but when you are in a community, right, people push each other and then they transform. Okay, then they become successful. Okay, somewhere I read a saying which was, if you tell me, I'll anyways forget. Okay, second, if you teach me, then there is chance that I will remember. Okay, if you tell me, I'll forget. If you teach me, then I might remember. But if you do along with me, then I will learn, implement, and grow. Okay, and after reading that saying by some quote, okay, then it came to me like, okay, so let's bridge it up. I want to do it with the people, because I'm not doing this for time pass, and I'm not doing it just for the sake of it. I really want the people who have hunger and passion to grow, to actually grow. And I want these kind of people to really become great in life, because all these people are the future basically. Okay, crying, complaining people can never transform lives. It's us who are having the potential to become really great, are going to do something really powerful, and this is what we are doing it. Now coming back to the topic, understand these things is very important. Now coming back to our zone, what we are saying, 95% of your brain is the subconscious, which always dominates, and it's now not ready to change. That's where many people would drop off these 10 p.m. things. That's why many people would not wake up early in the morning. That's why many people would not have a consistent health or a diet plan or reading habits or anything new you take. Okay? But now I want to tell you something, right? Maybe many of your grandparents or your parents, okay, you might observe that there are a lot of people who has habituated themselves to wake up at 5 a.m. Like for example, my grandfather, he used to wake up at 3:30 every day in the morning. Okay? And as long as I remember, he always woke up at 3:30 a.m. Now that is something. Why exactly we struggle, but there are people who do it? That's the catch. Their subconscious brain is trained to wake up early. Our subconscious brain is not trained for that. You need to understand this mechanism. The people have the power to actually train their subconscious mind to whatever they want to become. Why are there so much of gym freaks? Every day I want to go to gym. No matter, in my college there were people, they would quit examinations but they would go to gym, and now they are having a gym like spread across. They are the owners of gym. There are people like that. Now what happens? Their subconscious brain has accepted this fact. So that means, conclusion, it's possible to train your subconscious mind. Okay? It happens with time, it happens with the right practices, but it's possible to train your subconscious mind. You need to understand. So now, if it is not allowing you to become successful, you can train it for becoming successful. If it is not allowing you to adapt to a new habit, and believe it, guys, ask to yourself, you know what the good habits are. Habit number one, wake up early. Habit number two, do some exercise. Habit number three, have proper food habits. Habit number four, upgrade your knowledge. Habit number five, always keep reading and keep knowing new things. Simple stuff, everybody knows it, nobody does. Because your subconscious is not allowing you to do it. Understand this fact. But now, these sessions which we are doing is going to help you train your subconscious mind. So no matter what is your internal wiring of your 95% of your brain, there is a way, there is a process by which you can make it forget that and adapt to the new habits, adapt to the new process. Okay? For example, if you are not able to wake up early in the morning, there is a process which you can apply, and you do it consistently, your subconscious mind would become so strong in accepting this new process that it would start waking up early. Okay, this is what happens, and that secret is repetitions. Okay, repetitions, that's it. Okay, so your brain inside is all wired to not change. Okay, but now what we are doing in these daily sessions, we have taken some success positive affirmations. Feeling good about yourself, feeling positive about yourselves, taking the charge of your own life, becoming prosperous, helping others, being a kind person, all these are positive things. Consciously, if you just listen to this video, you would realize that hey, everything is so good, and if you become that person, life is really going to be wonderful. We can consciously decide that, but your subconscious mind is not accepting these thoughts inside it, and that's the technique. Every day with repetition. Okay, now blankly, whether you are able to understand or not, you just listen to this. Okay, slowly slowly what would happen is, and you know what, very important fact about subconscious mind, it's a pretty interesting thing. If you want to really explore about it, you can go google about it and read more. There is a lot of research done. People are trying to, there is a lot of advancements in neuroscience techniques, and people are really spending a lot of time in understanding how the brain works. Okay, do you know what they say about subconscious mind? Like every night, even if you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is active. It is listening to the voices outside. Your conscious brain sleeps during night. Your subconscious brain is still active and consuming knowledge, information. Okay, and that's where I was reading about one of the MD of Google, a very senior person. Okay, in an interview, he mentioned that every night he puts some music, he puts some kind of problem statement before he goes to sleep. Okay, this is really crazy stuff. He said it in an interview that when there is something challenging happening around in my life, when I go to sleep, before going to sleep, I just think about the problem. I don't try to solve the problem. I think about the problem. I go to sleep. That's it. When he wakes up in the morning, what has happened is the subconscious mind has accumulated a lot of information. It is trying to process and solve the problem. Okay, that's where you need to understand this. If you're watching a horror movie during night and then you go to sleep, what happens? You get negative nightmares. What happens? All those thoughts are being churned inside your subconscious mind, and accordingly you get some triggers inside. Now the Google director, he was the MD of Google, what he said, that every night if there is a challenging complex problem happening, he used to take that concept, he used to think about it before sleeping, apply in the brain, and to next day morning when he wakes up, he used to get some raw solutions for that, and he used to just write it on a paper, the solutions, and those things used to actually work. That means the people, if they're not able to solve the problem with their conscious thinking, they're using the subconscious. Okay, and that's where there are a lot of scientists like this Edison. Okay, so while he was doing research work, he invented techniques by which he used to solve the problems and do research by using the power of subconscious mind. You should really okay, understand those factors also. Okay, there are scientists who have done miracles by digging information from the subconscious, so it's really powerful tool, but many people don't use it. So you need to understand that it's the culprit behind making you successful or behind making you a failure. Okay, now let's get back, don't lose me. But this is a technique which has been there since ages, but people don't really care to understand why they are in the situation of life right now, and they really mess it up. Okay, but we got the opportunity, we are lucky enough people. Somewhere I got all this knowledge and some triggers, so that I started reading about it. Then somewhere I got the feeling that I do share, somewhere you got the thoughts that you want to connect and you want to consume. Many of you might know, many of you might not know, but this is how the real world works. Okay, so now coming back, so it's possible to train your subconscious mind, and it's really powerful. If you know how to utilize it, you can do miracles, and that's how the greatest inventions of the world has happened. Many scientists, you would find that kind of stuff coming up. Okay, now coming back, so what we said, the solution is repetition. Okay, every single day telling something to yourself. Okay, that's the first step. Okay, even if it might not be true, that's okay. You can say I am a billionaire, it might not be true, that's fine, completely fine. But you have to tell that statement every day to yourself. Okay, and that's what whatever the success affirmations which we are doing, so all these set of rules, every day you tell to yourself, a time would come. Okay, now when that time comes, it depends from your mental wiring. If your old beliefs are very strong, then it is not possible to switch over and come to the new beliefs. Okay, but if your old beliefs are already positive, then you would very easily accept these new affirmations. So if it is taking time, it's okay, it's because you're wired in the wrong way inside. Know these things, because once you know the reality, you can plan your journey accordingly. Okay, now coming back to the stuff, so these success affirmations we consume every night, and you're feeding it in your conscious brain. Okay, consciously you're making this decision, I want to listen, and when you listen, you focus on each and every statement. But what is happening is, these things when you do repeatedly every day at the same time, both things very important, you're training your body and mind to be repetitive based on a pattern. That's what, everything is cyclic in nature. I was reading about in a book, everything is cyclic, right? 12 hours, 24 hours, the revolutions of the earth, rotations, the universe, everything is cyclic. Your body pattern mechanisms, everything cyclic. So when you apply this curve every 24 hours, 10 p.m., you are creating a pattern in your thinking process. When you create this kind of a pattern in your thinking process, what's going to happen there, then automatically you are feeding a gap in the subconscious mind that, hey, 10 p.m. every night something happens. Okay, and then a door opens inside your subconscious, where it starts receiving all of these patterns which you are saying. That's where there is a reason behind what we are doing. Whatever success affirmations you would consume, all would be consumed in your subconscious mind slowly, slowly. It takes time, and then your wiring inside your subconscious mind changes. Now the rate at which it is going to happen, okay, the rate at which it is going to happen depends from people to people. But the thing is, if you attach emotions to these affirmations, that's the second trick. Some people might do it for ages, for years together, they might not really experience the benefit. Okay, but in today I want to talk everything very clearly of what we are doing, because I want your lives to be touched because of all the information which actually works. Okay, so step 1 is going through it daily. The step 2 which comes is attaching your emotions. Okay, that means you should feel these statements. So when you say or when you listen to this thing, I am powerful, you have to attach your feelings, like I am powerful. Feel it inside. The way you're scared, your body, do you don't you if you're scared, your entire body connects with that or not? It's a thought. Being scared is a thought. Your body shivers. If you watch a horror movie, your body entirely in a panic situation. If you're feeling very alive, your body is completely relaxed. Now what happens? Based on the thought that is available, your entire body, when you connect emotion to it, you get into this entire physical activity zone. And that's what. So when you listen to these success affirmations, don't make it flat, just consuming knowledge. You have to attach your emotions, believe in these things, and attach emotions to that extent that your body completely accepts it. That's the second technique which you should focus on. Okay, many of you might not be doing it because I have not stressed that much about it. But yes, the second thing is attach emotions. When you say I am unbeatable, I am unbeatable, accept it for yourself. I am unbeatable. Okay, when it's said that I can solve any situation, accept it. When it's said I am the most successful person in the world, true, not true, ignore. But when it says I'm the most successful person in the world, believe in it, attach emotions. Now what happens when this thought, by your conscious mind, when this thought you have taken, you have attached in the emotion, and you're doing it at 10 p.m., it directly sinks inside your subconscious mind. Okay, and it sinks inside your subconscious and it starts changing the wiring and the thought process. Okay, and you have to keep ignoring your past problems. For example, if you have negative mindset in the past, like I don't get opportunities, always something wrong is written in my destiny, I would always face challenges, I would always be a failure. If you what happens is, you might have seen failures and all, but you started attaching those things to your subconscious mind, that I always get failure, I never get successful in life. Now what happens is your subconscious then becomes like that. You are not allowing it to change, and that's where for your future also you would become unsuccessful. Understand it. It works, right? 5 a.m. your grandparents might wake up at 3, wake up at 4. We are not able to do it. Their subconscious is trained to wake up at that time, ours is not. Understand? So now what we are saying, listen to these success affirmations daily. Step number 2, then attach emotions to it. It becomes like in a capsule we are putting our thought, and this is like a very heavy shield, and you take these capsules, you sink it up inside your subconscious mind, it starts changing the wiring inside. And when it changes the wiring inside, automatically over a period of time, your subconscious brain would assume that I am successful. Okay, and when it says that I am successful, I am powerful, then what happens is, now what was happening, you wanted to take up a new habit of waking up early, you wanted to take up a new habit of not of reading a book, but currently your subconscious mind is not allowing you to do that. It goes away. But when you feed this positive mind, just assume the subconscious polarities are reversed now. It starts thinking strong, it starts thinking positive. And when you are thinking positive, even if you don't want to actually go towards your success, your subconscious mind would force you to go to your success. That's how it works. And that's what you need to understand. And that's why people say, take a new habit, understand what the habit you want, it should really be good. You do it consistently every single day, till it becomes a habit in your subconscious mind. And when it becomes a habit in your subconscious mind, then you don't have to do it, the habit does you. The subconscious mind forces you to do it. That's how it works. And I've read a lot of books, I've heard seen a lot of interviews of a lot of success people. This is what technique they keep applying to themselves. Okay, and I still know, I knew this since a very long time, but how much have I applied it to myself? On and off it happens. Okay, it lacks in every human being. The subconscious is a tough nut to crack. You cannot change it all of a sudden. But now I want to tell you people, since we know the reality, and that's where this platform is very important, coming up at 10 p.m., because I am accountable for you people. Some of you who are coming daily are accountable to me, and together then we would force each other to actually show up. Right, today I was having work from home, my work was getting actually delayed. It We got some situation, we were doing some stage deployment, and it was like pretty late for me, but still I was like, okay, 10 p.m. I have to go, and that's why I need to be properly planned, close the office work on time, and then get into this zone. So I am accountable. Had we not been in this situation, I would have still been in a different zone. So that's what we are, helping each other to grow, and then the growth has to happen together. Okay, now it's already 10:30, so I would not be okay. Let's play it, man. Okay, otherwise now what we'll do is it's already 10:30, you would be like, he says 10 to 10:15 and then takes up our half an hour. But now all you people, already the link is provided to you guys. If not, in the description of this live video, I'm just going to share the link. Just continue doing the meditation. It's important you do it daily, otherwise you would not transform. Mandatory. Now I'll be pasting the link in this description. I'm just going to finish this up, and you would be getting a notification, the link would be available, and you just go through that meditation, the same things which we listen to every day. Do it with a closed mind, put on your headsets, in the description, and it would even save like 7 seconds, like 7 minutes of storage of Facebook hard disk. Okay, so we would have a shorter video now, not extended, so Facebook would also be happy with that. Okay, so guys, chalo, see you. But this is what is the reality. I would request each and everyone who were available today to go through this one more time, till the time you actually start making sense. Because the first time I read about it and understood all these things, it was bonkers. Like, what I'm listening, is this really how it works? But when I read from so many channels, so many books, then I started accepting it, and it took real time for me to consume these thoughts. And that's where, when I accepted it, that's why I'm able to talk it to yourself, to you people, because I know this is how it works. I believe in these things, and that's how it works. Okay, so all you people also go through this multiple times, try to figure out, and till the point like you accept these things. One important thing, you just reject all these concepts, you would not be successful. You would not, nothing of this would be applied. It all depends upon your beliefs. If you believe this technique is going to work, then only it will work. If you don't believe, it will not work. So the first thing is belief. Okay, the second thing, do this process, know that it is going to transform, and don't just believe on me, do some research for yourself, understand how these things work. Everything is available on internet. Watch some interviews on YouTube, everything is free. Nothing, no charge, right? Everything is free. Read some of the interviews, do some of your self analysis, and then come to this conclusion. Go through it multiple times, accept that this is a process which is going to change your life. Understand these things, do that work. What are you going to do over weekends? Doing again time pass on your mobiles? Do something constructive, do something which can affect your life. Okay, and now that's what it is. I'll just put the link in this description, and chalo, you continue. Now I'll be just getting down, putting my headphones, and doing the 7 minutes meditation of success affirmations which we do daily. Okay, chalo, bye, see you guys. You are responsible for your lives. I am not responsible, you are responsible. If you don't do it, you would fail. You would keep complaining. 10 years from now, you would still be asking people, solve my problems. I don't have money. I don't have life satisfactions. My life is screwed up. My relationships are screwed up, because you're not doing it. If you do, life would be different. If you don't, you would face the consequences. You would keep complaining. You would be dependent on people. Now it's the time you make a decision. Do you want to continue in this kind of a life track, or do you want to change it to a better world? Okay, do it for yourself, make a decision. Today is the chance when you can decide about your life and start following it right from today. All those people who have been doing it since past 3 4 days, highly appreciated. You turn up every single day, we would talk something which your subconscious mind would consume. We would do some practices which your subconscious mind would adapt, and over a period of very short time, you would start seeing the changes. Okay, chalo, see you. Bye guys, enjoy your day. Watch the 7 minutes meditation, accept these facts, put emotions, dump it into your subconscious. Show that you are the boss. Even though it runs you, you would tell what program or the process it should run. That's how it works, and you will make it work because we are human beings. We can do anything. Yeah, that's the belief. Chalo, bye. Take care, guys. Have a nice day. Have a nice time. Chalo, bye, 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 bye. Yo.